Game Trollers, and welcome back to a new video. Of course, today, as you can tell from the title, we'll be discussing the Joker origin movie that they have planned for when, I don't really know. Yeah, so apparently, according to all the news and stuff, there's gonna be a Joker origin story. So, like, I guess like Killing Joke or whatever, that is not set in the DCEU, so it's gonna be like its own thing. And it's not going to be starring Jared Leto, obviously, so it's going to have a new Joker. So, my thoughts on this just at this point is, okay, fine. I'm assuming, like, they'll probably just do, like, well, Killing Joke. Yeah, I guess a Killing Joke adaptation, like a live-action Killing Joke adaptation. Obviously, they have to add a ton of stuff, like even more than they did for the cartoon, which was god-awful anyways. And, obviously it doesn't have to be solely based on the Killing Joke itself. They can just use elements from various comic books and, like, their own spin on it. So, I'm fine with the idea. Just as its own thing. Not exactly, I don't feel like the Joker really needs an origin story, and if it needs one, it's probably like just the Killing Joke, or, I'm even fine with like the one they had in the Michael Keaton Batman movie. That was perfectly fine too. So, on the base, on the surface, it sounds decent, but then you come to the thing where it's like, we live in such a PC place now. Joke, and apparently there was a black guy who, well, not auditioned, but like said he wanted to play the Joker in the origin movie, and I'm just like, I hate when they try to change a character just to be PC, because it's like, the Joker being black would make no sense. Obviously, it isn't like completely confirmed that this guy will play the Joker. So, I'm not going full like pitchforks and torches and knives yet. I hate when they change a character just to be PC and like it really contributes or adds nothing to it. Cause like I'm a black guy, but whenever they make like a white character black and it has no purpose whatsoever, I really just like if they add in a useless character that they basically put in there just to be super PC, or like it doesn't match the actual like character or something. I just always get like really upset, because it's like everybody will go full on just like riot mode if like they had a black character, like say Cyborg. Imagine if they made Cyborg white. Like imagine the hate and like all the rage from fans if they made Cyborg white in Justice League, right? So it's the same thing if you make a white character black. Obviously, the whole thing of, well, the white people persecuted black people and all these other people, they're sort of, I guess, I don't know, like, what what their reasoning is behind the whole, like, not wanting white characters, for the most part, or, like, male characters, but, like, if you change a character that was normally a woman into a guy or something, that would, like, made everybody super mad. But like make a guy character a woman, nobody really cares, and if you're mad at it, then you're like considered sexist. It's the stupidest thing. Really, it's just so hypocritical. But yeah, so a black Joker just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, basically, like Jared Leto's Joker by itself is not that good. I mean, it's super modernized, and like it really doesn't feel like the Joker. Just feels like a generic, like, modern criminal guy that just so happens to be wearing face paint and laughs a lot and has a girlfriend that's called Harley Quinn, who at some point wore a jester outfit. Like that's basically how that entire thing works, honestly. Like Jared Leto's Joker in itself wasn't really the greatest, like the classic Joker that you would like. It's not even like it's not even a good like just variation of the Joker really. There's nothing to it that feels very Joker-y to me from like what I saw. You know, especially the whole, like, you know, he's not an abusive boyfriend, at least in the original cut, and like even the extended cut, they didn't really add in the bits where he was just like very super mean to Harley, you know. So that's the thing. But yeah, so like Jared Leto's Joker in itself is like not even a faithful adaptation, and then you like make him black. It's just like, nope, that doesn't work. But you know, besides the whole black thing, like what the story is about, as I said, it would probably be like a Killing Joke adaptation or something, and obviously you would have to add a ton of stuff. So like, don't add in stuff that's like completely useless or just like is not good. You know, like the cartoon where they basically, like, for the first like 30 minutes of the movie made like Barbara the protagonist of the main protagonist for like the first 30 minutes, like Ned Stark. She was basically Ned Stark, but and like she was just so poorly written and stuff, like straight up raped Batman, you know. Like, you know, if it were the other way around, everybody and their mom would like riot for like the guy's name. I always forget the guy's name who made the movie, the producer. Really, Bruce Timm, right? Bruce Timm. Like everybody would be calling for his head, maybe even like just trying to boycott DC. Just like that's how everybody would be mad if Batman raped Batgirl like that. But Batgirl does it. Nobody really cares. I mean, obviously the DC fans care. Like it's not the most fateful thing, and not like the most doesn't make the most sense. Also, this bit in the gameplay, yeah. I was not expecting the Flash to be there, and wasn't expecting him to one punch me. So that was, yeah. Obviously, this is a low level character, but anyways, back on the subject. So like, they did that, and just Batgirl was so poorly written. Really, Batman wasn't. He was also like poorly written. He was like written as like the like a chauvinistic, like misogynistic dude, you know, for the most part, who was just like, you're a girl, you can't do nothing, just sit back, I'll Batman this up, you know. And obviously, you know, I guess with a character like that, obviously you would have to, you know, have a chick who is just like the most like alpha male, even though she's a chick. Just like, you can't tell me what to do. I do what I want, including rape you. Anyways, that's besides the point. I think that's the most times I've said rape in my entire life, honestly. Anyways, so yeah, that wasn't good. I mean, you know, honestly, like having Batgirl as sort of like the main protagonist, kind of like, it sounds like a cool idea. Obviously, you know, to add in more. What's the like give you more of a heart-wrenching feeling, you know, like a more like it's a tingle with the heartstrings, if you know what I mean, you know, like when Joker just like shoots her in the back, you know. But obviously, you know, Joker would have to be the main character of the movie, so you can't even really do that. But yeah, so like I wonder what they would do, you know, like what would be what the idea be behind like everything, you know, because like Killing Joke, you know, is sort of it works to an extent, you know, but there's something about the Killing Joke where like you can't really do it justice in like the however long the movie might even be. Like, it would probably just be like 2 hours or something, 2 hours and a half. So like, you can't really do it justice in that long a time period, because there are obviously gonna be things you add in and probably even change that just it wouldn't work very well. So the equivalent of like making an anime into a movie, or like a TV show, an American TV show, like they're doing with One Piece, or like they did with Death Note and everybody hated it. It's just like there's something like there's a certain charm, there's a certain aura about the original thing that just they cannot capture in like the remake, and it just feels like the most bare bones, like uncool version of it, you know. So like it would be the same thing for the Killing Joke, you know. You wouldn't get the same feelings, you know. Like the story, you could like do a one-to-one adaptation, like, and it wouldn't really work very well, especially, you know, by extending it and whatever. So like, if they don't do the Killing Joke, like what would be their whole thing? Obviously, it might be a completely original story, puns. But I really don't know, like what the idea would be behind this. Like, how are you gonna like handle an origin story for the Joker that's not like taking from the Killing Joke, or even like from the '89 Batman movie, or even from like the Dark Knight, where he's just like the most abusive father, and like he was in crime and his wife and all that kind of stuff. You know, like maybe they could even do that. You know, just it would be an extension of the Nolan verse. That would honestly be pretty cool, to be honest. They since starting the DCU, obviously I'm pretty sure they won't be doing like the Robin or like the Nightwing movie that they were gonna do with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So that obviously is out of the picture. It would have been cool to have, to be honest. In my opinion, would have been it would have been nice, you know, have a slight change of pace. But obviously, DCEU, I'm pretty sure that's not on the cards anymore, on the books, on the cards, on the books. I don't know terminology. But anyways, yeah. So an original story for the movie. I don't know how you would really pull it off. You know, hmm. Like obviously, I don't know. But yeah, I think probably that's gonna be it. I don't know. Like I really don't know what the story will be. Like I really do wish they would at least use the Killing Joke as their like their main thing, their main source material, and then like add on top of that. But it wouldn't really work very well under some circumstances, like obviously having like a black guy. It would not work in the slightest by having a black guy, like at all. Um, if you do like the Killing Joke, but then you know some other things, like who's gonna be playing Batman? Because obviously, you know you can't make a Joker movie without Batman. You know. Oh! I just realized they could also like take some stuff from Gotham. Um, this bit in the gameplay, by the way, was like the weirdest thing I have ever experienced in a video game. It's just so odd, just like just pushing me back and just like doing pulling a Kuma on me from One Piece. that's basically what that's basically what it is. But anyways, back on topic. They could take some stuff from Gotham, like Jerome or whatever. You know, like they could use that somehow. That might be. I don't know how that would work. It would be decent, but like it would hold some water, but I think it would probably sink after a while. But yeah, like who would be playing Batman in this? Like what characters are gonna be in this? You know, like who's gonna do their stuff? Who's gonna do? Like how are they gonna pull it off? Like are they gonna just solely have stuff from like the past? You know, like Joker's past or whatever. You know, just like you know him just like him being a normal criminal, or just like his own like a normal guy, and then Batman throws him in the vat of Joker acid or whatever they do. They decide like they want to do with the Joker, like how he turns into the Joker or whatever. Like, or are they gonna just split it in between, like you know him back in the day and then like modern day with Batman fighting him and stuff? That would honestly be pretty cool. Like you have like a bit where you know he's obviously a normal guy and he's turning into the Joker, and then you have a bit where he's like in the future and like he's just fighting Batman, doing his own thing. Like it would be cool, you know, like in Arkham Asylum, like at the beginning of Arkham Asylum, like Batman's taking him to Arkham Asylum. That would be really cool. You know what? They really should do this in the DCU though. That would actually work really well. I just had an idea. Like you do the Arkham Asylum thing. If they like make the Batman movie like an adaptation of Arkham Asylum, it would work really well. You have like Batman like driving the Joker to Arkham, and then like he's just in his seat like uh reminiscing on you know his previous stuff, his previous life and whatever, like how he turned into the Joker, how much like Batman is an influence on him and stuff like that. Honestly would be pretty neat, and then just like you know you flash back and forwards into like him getting into Arkham and doing all his stuff in Arkham. That honestly would work really well, I think. But yeah, I honestly I don't know. Like, who would be the villain too? Like, that would be one thing. It's like the Joker is the villain. Obviously, he's a villain. So like, how would you work that in? If the audio skipped a bit, that's because the PlayStation 4 doesn't. Yeah, this is all sort of testing, whatever. But yeah, so like if there's a slight skip in the commentary, obviously. But as I was saying, like, who would be the villain of the movie? Obviously, you know, it could be Batman. That would honestly be pretty interesting, having Batman as the main villain. But yeah, but like, who would be the villain? Maybe like the Falcones, like one of the mob bosses or whatever. Maybe one of the other villains in the whole Batman mythos. Maybe it could be like Doctor Strange, and like Joker's just stuck in like Arkham Asylum and stuff. I don't know. And like he's trying to tell Doctor Strange like his past. There's a few ideas that could go around. Who would play the Joker besides, you know, the guy who said he wanted to play the Joker? Who would play Batman? Who would play all these characters? Maybe even Harley, who knows? Who would play like the Joker's wife from back in the day if they do a Killing Joke movie? A lot of things. There's a lot of things that you really have to think about, and I think like once I see a trailer for it, so like whenever they actually start like doing stuff on it, I think I would be behind it. But for now, like I don't really think it would work too well. You know, I'd like it, but I don't think it'd go swimmingly. That's just me. Like, I like the concepts, you know, like having a Joker movie, you know, but I think once you get into it, it would just be kind of, wouldn't work for like a proper feature film in some, you know, ways. Like, obviously they would have to make it into a feature film, and like they'll have to figure a way to do it, but I don't know how they would do it. So, you know, for now I don't think it would work, but you know, still, I'm still keeping an open mind. You know, I'm still, you know, slightly yeah. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was pretty fun, just doing a little discussion, watching me play some DC Universe Online. But yeah, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, anything, tell me in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. If you have any like thoughts or whatever, tell me in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Probably gonna be doing a how to make video on Superman. So hopefully you guys enjoy that too. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Troll on, baby.